Good evening all. I hope all are doing well. I'm Yashvidata from 3rd GP School, Pune, Grade 6C. Hunger is a critical issue that affects millions of lives worldwide. Despite the abundance of food production, nearly 1 in 10 individuals globally face hunger every night. We all need to address this issue with the global cooperation and effective strategies to ensure food security for all. Today, I'm going to narrate a story on the theme. A child sets out to use the local power of her McDonald's to solve the hunger issues in her town for a day. So, let's get started. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything for days. Can anyone please feed me? I'm dying from starvation. Olivia heard these heartbroken words from a child who was sitting on the street side. She ran towards the child and asked, "What is your name? Why are you hungry? Why don't you have your food?" The child replied, "My name is Steve. I don't have a single penny to buy food, and my parents are too poor." Olivia handed over a packet of food which she bought for herself from the local McDonald's to the child and said, "Take and have this food. It's delicious." The child took the food and said with a big smile and a feeling of gratitude, "It doesn't matter to a hungry stomach whether the food is delicious or not. By the way, thank you so much for your kindness." At the night, when Olivia went to bed, the child's voice started repeatedly echoing in her ear, "I'm hungry," making her so disturbed that she could not sleep the whole night. Steve's hollow eyes kept coming into Olivia's view repeatedly. All night, she was thinking of the town's many other children like Steve who would have gone to bed empty stomach that night. Olivia was a young girl aged 10 who was living in the quaint town of Arceo Fresco. She was very kind and possessed a heart as vast as the star-studded night sky. Her determination could move mountains. Her favorite place in the whole world was the local McDonald's, a beacon of golden arches that stood at the heart of Arceo Fresco. The next day in school, Olivia narrated the hunger story of Steve to her friends. She was very upset and wanted to do something for a hunger-free day. Her friend Isabella asked, "How can we do this? We can take the help of our parents, maybe. We can plan out some activities so that we can earn a good amount of donations to feed the hunger in the town," said Theo. "McDonald's!" shouted Olivia. "But how?" voiced all of them. In the evening, they all decided to meet at the local McDonald's. Olivia went to her favorite booth, followed by her other friends. Mr. Joe, the owner of the franchise, was busy observing his employees' work, sitting at one corner of the entrance. Theo whispered, "How shall we approach to Mr. Joe?" After a while, Joe noticed Olivia and her friends and asked, "What brings you all here today?" Olivia hesitated and divulged her plan to Mr. Joe. "Mr. Joe, what if we used McDonald's to feed everyone in the town for a day? Just one day. Can we do that?" Mr. Joe raised an eyebrow. "Feed everyone? That's a tall order, my dear." "But think about it," Olivia insisted. "We have the food, the kitchen, and the heart. What if we opened our doors wider than ever before? What if we just not serve burgers and fries, but also hope? Putting his fingers on his chin, Mr. Joe leaned against the counter and said, "It's not that simple. I'm running a business and profit should come." Olivia's eyes sparkled. What if we asked the whole town to pitch in? Volunteers to cook, serve and clean up. People can pay whatever they can afford. We can request people who can afford to pay a little extra for their meals. Scholars of the town can be invited to organize competitions like poster making, singing, dancing, experiments, etc. with a small amount of entry fee to raise the donations. And for those who can't pay, we'll serve them anyway. Isabella intervened and said, "The surplus food at the end of each day could also be a great addition to feed the hunger." Theo suggested, "We all can request the cooks to give their extra time in preparing extra food and meals as well." Mr. Joe observed the determination of Olivia and her friends. "You know what, Olivia?" he said, smiling. "Let's do it." Word spread like wildfire throughout the town. Olivia and her friends, along with volunteers from the town, scholars and the staff of McDonald's, worked tirelessly to organize the event. The wealthy and kind families of the town donated vegetables, flour, oil and all other cooking materials in a huge bulk. Those who could afford it paid little extra for their meals without hesitation. The affluent and well-to-do families of the town put their heart and soul, making it to the community feast day a grand success. On the chosen day, people lined up outside McDonald's. Families, elderly folks, and children, all hungry and hopeful. The aroma of freshly cooked food filled the air. Olivia stood at the entrance, welcoming everyone with a bright smile. As the day unfolded, something magical happened. Strangers sat together, sharing stories and laughter. The mayor, who had been initially skeptical, also joined the festivities and flipped burgers behind the counter. There was a huge rush of needy and hungry people, with hope and satisfaction. Everyone had heavenly happiness and smiles on their faces as they left the door of McDonald's stomach. Olivia's dream had come true. The power of McDonald's was being used and harnessed for good. Olivia felt a sense of fulfillment when the last meal was served. For that one day, hunger had been defeated and the community had to come together as a family. Olivia's act of kindness served as a magical inspiration for others to contribute, volunteer, and care for those in need. A little child's passion and the extended helping hand of a fast food restaurant had solved the hunger issues in our KO Francisco for one day, and then another, and then another. Olivia's legacy lived on, reminding everyone that even the smallest actions could make a world of difference. The moral of my story is, let's all be little like Olivia, dreamers who turn compassion into action. This is Yashvi signing out. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.